Yeah. Hey man, it's young Milo, bro, you feel me? Hey, we're doing that spaced freestyle now, bro, you feel me? Hey. All locked up, dude, we're gonna do this tape, man. Hey, welcome to Outer Space Freestyles 2, bro, you feel me? Hey. This that intro, bro, you feel me? Wow, yeah.
Welcome to the Milo Experience.
Oh, well then, would you look at that? Episode number 16 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. It's already here, it's already happening, it's happening to us all. We are all experiencing this moment together right now. Me, you, and everybody else who is tuned in right now to listen to the Milo Podcast number 16. Yes. How amazing is it? 16 weeks in a row I've been sitting here doing this stupid ass shit. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. My views are dropping off. I'm getting less and less people that are joining me for this journey, but that just fuels me to keep going stronger. You know what I mean? Just makes me want to keep going harder until I get 0 views. That's what I'm really striving for. The 0 views news program. Hell yeah, baby. That's what I'm all about. I'm tired of exposure anyway. Who wants to be exposed, dude? Fucking exposure is the worst. Like fucking sunburn, windburn, frostbite, fucking all that shit. People die from exposure, man. I ain't trying to get exposed. I don't want no expose put on me. No one coming over me with a fine tooth comb or a magnifying glass or X-ray vision trying to look at my bones or, you know, or any other type of organs. Maybe they might not necessarily be X-ray vision that they have. They might have some other type of ray vision, like gamma ray vision or fucking... I suppose if someone looked at me with gamma ray vision, I'd probably die, right? A gamma ray is like a beam from space that can annihilate planets. Probably don't want to be looked at by someone wearing gamma ray specs, huh? That'd be a little bit too spaced out for me, a little bit too spacey, too much space in my place. Be making me right now I'm a person who's made of mostly negative space, except for like the couple of air pockets in my lungs and like my stomach, and I suppose like things like that. My esophagus, so the air comes out when I'm speaking. That's where there's some space in my nostrils and stuff. So yeah, I don't want to be turned into a space person. I'm not talking an astronaut. I'm talking about someone who's made up of 99% space. But isn't that what they say about atoms anyway? Atoms are 99% space. Is that correct? I don't know. I'm not going to do any fact checks this episode. I think after last episode we did like 5 or 6 fact checks, and we consulted the Google box like 5 or 6 times. So this time I'm just going to wing it and say that all my scientific facts are true. And today's first fact is atoms are 99% empty space. So it just leaves you wondering, like, what of all those things in the world that we look at and touch and feel, what are they made up of, huh? Yeah, I haven't thought about it that way, have you? Because, yeah, it's like everything's made out of balloons, except inside, like, you know, a balloon is like 1% rubber, stretchy, elastic rubber stuff, like 1% of that, and it's 99% gas inside of it, like in terms of volume of size and stuff, you know what I mean? So imagine if your body, like, was made up of trillions and trillions of tiny balloons, you know? I mean, all that 1%'s add up, but you have to think about the 99s on the other side, you know what I mean? Like, they sort of outweigh it. So you're still going to be all spaced out, even if you were made out of balloons or 1,000 million balloons. You can be made out of hot air balloons. Like, think about a hot air balloon. That's like maybe like 3% basket, maybe 1% fabric balloon or whatever they made those things out of, and then the rest is like fire and gas, you know? So yeah, wouldn't want to be a spaceman, wouldn't want to be an astronaut either, I guess, because getting stuck up out in space would be a big fear of mine. Like, you know what they say, in space, no one can hear you scream, duh, because there's no air. There's no atmosphere up there. And if you want to get sound happening, then you got to bang the rocks together, guys. No, I'm just kidding. You got to bang the atoms, the molecules of air. You got to bang them together, because sound is just vibration, right? And it's vibration passed through a medium. In this case, it's usually atmosphere. That is the sound passing through atmosphere, but it can also pass through water. Sound can pass through water. It's not like you put your head in a bucket of water and suddenly the whole planet is mute, right? Or if you go underneath if you go into a swimming pool or into the ocean, or if you ever been in a swimming pool like underwater and there's another person underwater and you scream at them, you can still hear them, but it sounds like, right? You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like when you scream at people underwater. But what if you tried to scream at someone in space? You'd hear nothing at all. Zip, zero, zilch. Because there ain't no like stuff up there for the vibrations to pass through. And you would suffocate and die. I mean, there's no air to breathe. And I think like if you go outside of a spaceship, I think you get turned into crispy bacon. Like you get fried by the cosmic radiation of the solar system or whatever. You know what I mean? That's why when astronauts are shot out into space, they put them in a big rocket. Because the space suit, I mean, it's good and all, but it's not good enough to protect you from the infinite expanses of the universe. It's pretty barren out there, pretty cold and dead. Well, actually, is it cold? What would you feel? I suppose if you like, I guess it's hard for me to imagine because I guess I think like if you jumped outside of a space ship with no clothes on, you would have like, you'd probably burn. But sometimes things are so cold that you burn. Like, isn't that what frost, like it's frostburn, frostbite? It's like being burnt by ice. Or, you know? Like sometimes something is so cold that it feels like it's burning. Like icy hot. Or deep heat cream, you know, like menthol cream. Mentholated cream to rub it in on your muscles. You get your muscles all nice and loosey-goosey after a game of sports or training session, after you've been lifting weights in the gym or whatever, you know. Maybe you went on a rough-ass hike around the park or up the hill, down the mountainside or whatever, you know. And you use some of that deep heat, the icy hot cream to stimulate the whatever, like the muscle and stop it from being so painful, so awful. All that pain, a self-inflicted pain. Ugh. So yeah, probably wouldn't want to be out in space unless they set me up with a big bag of icy hot cream that I could use. I mean, that's depending on if it was hot. Like, I don't know, if it was really hot, maybe you could just like cover your space suit in like a thick layer of icy hot cream, and it would regulate the temperature of whatever's happening up there. You know, like if the sunlight bouncing onto you from like without the protection of the ozone layer because you're outside of the Earth or whatever. Like, I mean, sunlight is usually hitting us all the time anyway, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the light comes down from the sun, yeah, and comes into the Earth's atmosphere through the clouds and stuff, duh, so it's like filtered sunlight or whatever. But like up there, there's just there's no ozone or whatever, so like you're just getting full 100% cosmic rays, baby. Probably the best tan of your life though, you know what I mean? So do you get shriveled up like a piece of jerky or leather? Or whatever, like, you know, burnt up corpse in the sun or whatever. Have you ever seen roadkill get splattered, bones twisted and poking out the sides, like ribcage poking through the skin type of dead animal on the outside, like bones on the outside of the animal, laying dead on the shoulder of the road from being hit at extreme speed with a four-wheel drive car with a large guard on the front for clearing shit out, like a bull bar. Is that what they call bull bar, right? Splattered on the side of the road, drying out in the summer heat when it's like 50 degrees Celsius outside, just getting baked on the asphalt, man. So is it like that when you're in space, or is it like being like falling over in like on the way to what's that? I was gonna say Antarctica. What's that place? Mount Everest. Yeah. You know, the people that die at Mount Everest, they probably were so cold that they felt a bit burny, like on their skin, getting all blackened. And it's like a frostbite turns your skin black like a char, right? It's sort of like getting a good sear on a steak, except it's with ice. So I guess you can achieve a good sear with ice or with heat. And what about dry ice? Like, you ever touch dry ice, man? That shit burns, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit burns the fuck up. So I guess it's all a bit of a spectrum, or I don't know what you'd call it. Like, that's the dichotomy of hot and cold. Like, you just can't have one too much or the other too much. You just got to exist in the Goldilocks zone. You know what I mean? That's what they call it, the Goldilocks zone. That's where Earth exists. And I'm not talking about in the bed that's just right or the porridge that's just warm enough or whatever. But you know, like in Goldilocks, the one bed's too hot and this bed's too cold, or this bed's too big, this bed's too small, this porridge is too cold, or this porridge whatever. Didn't she do 3 things though? Like there was beds, there was porridge, and what else did she do? I'm pretty sure she did 3 things, like all these nursery rhymes, and I guess that's not a nursery rhyme, is it? That's more like a folk tale, is it a bedtime story? It's not really a nursery rhyme because it doesn't really rhyme. It's not like Goldilocks went to the bears, she tried to sit down on the chairs, next she tried to get in the bed, but then she found out that she was dead, or whatever. Wait, that's chairs, right? Yeah, did she sit down on the chair first? Oh man, I want to pull this up so bad. I need to fact check my Goldilocks theory, but I've already stated that there'll be no fact checking this episode. We're not going to do it. We ain't doing it. We ain't having it much. We ain't having it much. That's a mad ting. Mad tings from UK. Shout out Dizzy Rascal. So yeah. And I guess in other news, something I was thinking about today was judgment. Like what kind of things that can be, like what does that mean? You know what I mean? What does that mean? I think that's what, like, my podcast is slowly turning into, like, something where, like, this kind of thing where I just think of a concept and then just ruminate on the concept. You know what I mean? Is that the right word? Ruminate? That's one I'd like to fact check that. Ruminations. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, yeah, like today it just occurred to me, like, judgment. What would, like, you know, what does that even mean? When should you cast, like, just thinking all these thoughts about judgment. Right? You know, I see a lot of, on the dating apps, I'm out there on the dating apps and I see a lot of profiles that say, oh, I don't like judgy people, or blah, 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 don't judge me or whatever, you know, shit like that. But I like judgy people. I like people that have, that will make judgments, you know what I mean? That means you stand for something. That means you've got some type of integrity. You've got some type of internal idea, consistency about what you think and feel. Like you've made some decisions about shit. Like you've probably, I don't even give a fuck if you've thought it out or not, but at least you fucking, like, at least you're not just fence sitting, you know, just, at least you're not being like, oh, well, I don't know, anything's cool and everything, you know. It's more like, no, this is good, that's bad. This is shit, and that's awesome. You know what I mean? I respect people like that. Make some calls, man. You got to divide some lines, bro. You got to pull out that map and you got to start scribbling. You got to pull out the stick and you got to draw that line in the sand, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't all just be fucking kumbaya, my lord, dancing, tap dancing, whatever, like fucking polka dancing, line dancing, whatever type of dance. The waltz. What is this? A fucking wedding, a marriage? We all dressed up in black and white and shit like that, looking like penguins or whatever. But yeah, I prefer people that will make judgment calls, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that they're necessarily correct. It just means that they've got some fucking character and they got some balls. Even if you're a chick, you might have the, you know, you got some balls. If you can say, no, I don't like that, or I don't stand for that, or whatever. You know, that shit's whack, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking boring talking to people who are like, oh no, that's I like this and I like that. Oh, that's okay. Oh, let them be. They're not hurting anyone. Oh, well, different strokes for different. You know, wouldn't it be boring if we were all shut up. You know what I mean? Just shut up. Stop fucking fence sitting. Stop being a little bitch and have an opinion so we can fucking talk about an opinion. People that aren't opinionated are so boring, man. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, I don't care one way or another about anything. Everything's cool. I listen to all music and I'll watch anything. I'm up for anything, right? And furthermore, man, on these apps, these dating apps, there's so many fit and healthy people and outdoorsy people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my weekends, I love to go out hiking. Oh, I love to fucking go camping. I just love to be outdoors. I love to go to the gym. I love to play sport. You know what I mean? Like, how fucking boring can you get? Like, I'm outside, just entered looking at the trees and like whatever, fresh air. I love to go to the beach and the sun. Oh, that's great, man. I can't think of anything fucking worse than salty ass water in my eyes, sand in my ass crack, and fucking whatever the hell else, man. Burning hot sun. Wind on my skin. Ugh. No, thank you. All these people are so boring, man. It's like they're animals. They're the closest thing to animal that you can get. Like they They don't even appreciate like the basic societal fucking comforts that we've developed over like fucking thousands of years or whatever. They're like, nah, I'm gonna go outside, and lay down with no thoughts in my stupid ass brain, just being outside, looking at the clouds, laying down on the grass, laying down on a beach towel, looking at the clouds. Oh, that one's a hamburger. Look, that one looks like Mario. You know what I mean? It's so dumb, man. These people trying to act like they're so much better than everyone else for going outside. Oh, wow. You know that our ancestors did that for like 10 billion years? You ever think about that? And that's why we don't do it anymore? Duh. It's only been a fucking few thousand years since we like came out of the caves and into homes or whatever, man. And like we were out in the caves and on the plains and the meadows and hiding in trees and shit like that for like millions of years. So don't you think that it's just like it's a little early to turn things back around already? But these people think that they're so bougie or whatever. Like, oh, I go outside. Look at me. I love being in nature. I'm sun-kissed. I'm a star dancing man or girl or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, great. Good for you. You like to be in nature. I can't, but where's all the people that want to be inside and like watch Netflix or play video games? Or isn't it like just smoke a lot of weed or, you know, watch YouTube and like get fucking like you know, start having some deep ass thoughts about like existential type thoughts about, fuck man, I should be outside doing something, being productive or something like that. You know what I mean? Isn't there any normal people that just sit inside all the time and just like wallow in their own self-pity like me? I can't think of anything more boring than going to the beach. Like, I want to sit inside with a beer under the air cooler with 5 guitars, a microphone, and a drum kit while I play Mortal Kombat or something. You know what I'm saying? Where's all the people that, like, that's entertainment. That is entertainment right there, baby. You know what I'm saying? Going outside is boring, man. What are you going to watch? Oh, the clouds again, the ocean waves again, the trees in the wind again. How many times have you seen that episode, bro? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, get judged. Get judged for all your BS, your hippie fucking crap, you know what I'm saying? Not that I don't like, you know, it's not like I dislike that shit either, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I like to go outside, dude, but it's not my entire fucking personality. Like, you look at people, like, people get judged for being, oh, look at me, I judge people when I see them, because I'm a judgmental person, right? And I'll judge someone for being, ugly, neon colored hair gamer with Mario tattoos, and like, that person, like, has made their entire personality about video games. Like, what a loser. And then there's someone else who's like, they make their entire fucking personality about whatever the fuck. Like, oh, my entire personality is whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like, making your personality about one thing is lame, bro. That's why it's also lame to be, I just like to go outside all the time. That's me. Yep, that's my motto. No thoughts in my stupid brain. I just go outside and life's good. You know what I'm saying? Duh. I love hiking. I love to be outdoors, and I love animals. Like, who the fuck doesn't love animals, man? Like, before I should come clean. Before I read all these dating profiles where I saw that, I love animals. You must love animals. I need a partner who loves animals, right? Before I read all these things, I used to just walk around on my weekends in my free time, kicking animals in the alleyway and like trapping birds and doing other kinds of horrible things because I hate animals. Duh. Like, who the fuck is like that though? Seriously. If it's like, I love travel. I love to... You're boring, bro. Get some vices. Take up some addictions. Do something wrong, man. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Do-do-do-do-do-do. But yeah, so I'm a person that likes to judge and I hold opinions, and I appreciate when other people will judge and hold opinions as well, because then we can strike up some banter where I disagree with you or you disagree with me, and we can engage in a semantic discussion about what it means to be one thing or the other, you know, and that's a lot of fun to me because I like boring ass semantic discussions. What's the meaning of this word? Well, what if you used it this way? Oh, hey, look at that sign over there. What do you think they were going for with that design? Yeah, I don't know. It looks kind of like a retro design. Yeah, I think why do they, you know, just kind of, I like semantic discussions about meaningless garbage. Does that make me better than everyone else? Yes! But just because I judge others doesn't mean that, like, you know, does that mean I'm skilled in judging? Does that mean I'm good at making judgment calls? Or because I like to think of myself, I this is like a thought experiment. Like, people that are good at or people that judge others frequently, do you think that they would be better in the court of law? Like making judgment calls on criminally, like convicted people and serving them sentences, banging down the gavel hammer thing, bang, bang, bang. I sentence you to death. You know what I mean? Or on a panel of jury duty. Those people are all judgmental, aren't they? You got to hold an opinion one way or another based on hopefully facts or evidence or some shit. You know what I mean? But those people, like, everyone got to make a judgment call in their life if they get called to jury duty. I'm wondering how I'm like 34 years old and I haven't been called to jury duty yet. Doesn't that, like, I thought that was something that was going to happen to me when I was a kid, and the adults around me, or like I see it on TV or something, jury duty, you know? Now the only jury duty that happens is in Street Fighter 6, bruh. Maybe I'd be better suited to like, not a judge inside the court of law with like the wig on my head and wearing a big black and white robe, but maybe I'd be better suited to like some kind of panel of judges, like a panel of judges on a TV show such as The Voice or like Australian Idol or whatever, like judging singers or judging, like, what's that, Master Chef? I could be a chef judge, or what's the ones, the block, some kind of renovation home improvement judge. Like, you've made the best room this week, congratulations, or whatever. Like, because I feel like I could be an expert on everything if I really tried. Like, you know, I could measure one room against another in terms of like how colourful and how well lit it is and what kind of atmosphere it projects off. Or I could measure one meal against another versus like how well one is cooked and how good the sear is on the other, or like how, you know, if they did a perfect medium rare, or the consistency of the gravy, or the steamed veg isn't too sloppy, whatever it might be, you know what I mean? Is there a right amount of salt and pepper? Have they sliced and diced the onions correctly? You know, not too large, not too small chunks of fucking sausage or whatever, tomato, whatever it might be, bacon. Make sure that the jalapenos are diced and fermented, like the pickles, like the pickled cucumbers, pickled dill, whatever. Using a bit of the old rosemary and thyme, like make sure that's the correct number of herbs, or like the right amount of herbs, the right amount of oregano, or like even the spices as well. Did they use enough nutmeg? Have they crushed the paprika finely enough? And is the turmeric, is it the right shade of browny, golden, orange, or whatever? Like, or am I thinking of saffron? You know, like, I mean, that's really what it comes down to, just being like cognizant and omnipresent of all the different faculties and defibrillations that go into the makeup and composition of a cooked meal, you know? Did they serve it with a beverage? Is it followed by dessert? These are all the kinds of questions that I'd be asking, and these are the kinds of things that I'd be getting to the bottom of if I was judging a MasterChef TV show. Maybe I'll call it Master Milo or Milo Chef. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Or maybe like a talent, like a different type of talent show. Like, I guess you could say singing and cooking are both talent shows, right? Or even a renovation show is like, it's a certain level of talent that's behind it, right? Like, they've got to use their skills and draw upon their experiences or whatever to fucking to do the thing. Yeah. But like, I'm thinking of like one of those variety talent shows where you get people coming in like juggling chairs, and like the next person might be a I don't know, fucking a chainsaw. You can make a chainsaw disappear, or might be someone that swallows fire, or there's a guy that comes out and he can do card tricks or whatever, and then there's another dude who plays guitar. Whatever. Like, that's why it's called a variety show, variety talent show. You know what I mean? I could be judging one of them based on all my real world experiences. Like, you know, the guy would come out and he'd be like, "Oh, thanks for having me on today, guys." I'd be like, yeah, all right. What do you got? What are you going to do for us today, old matey there on the stage? Oh, yeah, you know, just really, really thankful to be here. And to go through a flashback of all the like trials and tribulations that he had to go through, like all the rehearsals, all the screening process that the potential star went through to reach this point on the show where they've made it onto a stage under the limelight, and it's being broadcast to millions of people. You know, it's like primetime television where people are going to vote and stuff as well, you know. And then like goes through his sob story. Oh yeah, I lost my family and music's the only thing that I care about anymore. All that type of jazz. Fast forward to this moment. All right, so what do you got? What are you going to do for us today, little Jimmy? And he goes, oh, well, you know, after all of my hard work and all of the advice that I've been given from the judges to this point, I've really cooked something up. And so what I'm going to do is play a musical number for you guys on this stage, and it really means a lot to me. And it sounds a little bit like this, if you wouldn't mind. And, you know, I turn around, look at the other judges, give them this old side-eye and nod my head. Okay, please proceed. Oh, gee, thanks, Milo. I won't let you down. It goes like this.
Dub, baby.
Hey man, you know what it do, bro. It's young Milo, man. Space freestyle. We doing this shit, bro. I'm all about that cash now. I'm all about that money, bro. I be trapping. I be doing all that shit to get money. Business, you feel me? I'm real good at business. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Tell me about the money, bitch. Tell me about the money. Show me the money, bitch. Show me the money. Make a lot of money, bitch. I make a lot of money. Spend a lot of money, bitch. I spend a lot of money. I'm in love with the 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 money. I'm all about the money, bitch. I'm all about the business. Fucking with your Milo, I might put you on my hit list. If you run up on me wrong, Milo, leave no witness. Fucking with your Milo, and you know I'm gonna kick this. Hey, watch me hit this weed. Young Milo, bitch, I be smoking on that green, sipping on that lean, bitch. I drive by in that new machine, shooting bullets out the window. Pay that fee, I'ma pay that fine. I'ma do that time, I'ma do that crime. I'ma fuck that bitch, I'ma make that money. I'ma stay bitch rich, and you know I stay stunting. Hey, getting all this cash, and you know I got the stacks. Popping rubber bands, and you know I got the mask. I'm about to break the bank. Fuck what you think, bitch, I'm sipping on that drink. Riding around town in that matte black. Tell me about the money, bitch, tell me about the money. Show me the money, bitch, show me the money. I make a lot of money, bitch, I make a lot of money. I spend a lot of money, bitch, I spend a lot of money. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. Hey, fucking with your Milo, and you know I got the cash. I got a lot of notes and I got a lot of bills. Rolled up like it's sushi, bitch, sue me. Fucking with your Milo, make your main bitch blow me. So holy, I'm smoking on a rollie. I'm sipping on that Moe because I got taste and I got a lot of money, so I spend it on liquor. I slap a lot of bitches, I slap a lot of hoes. If you're fucking with your Milo, I'ma show you how it goes. Bitch, I got a lot of cash, I'ma take out that contract. Get your toe tagged, then I put you in a body bag. Hey, young Milo, I'm collecting taxes. Fuck around with me, I'm fucking bitches' asses. Taking all your assets, cause you owe me money. Step onto the holodeck, money all around me. So much money, goddamn, that's astounding. Tell me about the money, bitch, tell me about the money. Show me the money, bitch, show me the money. I make a lot of money, bitch, I make a lot of money. I spend a lot of money, bitch, I spend a lot of money. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. Hey.
Welcome to the Milo Experience.
Thank you very much for that. Now it's time for everybody's favorite weekly coveted segment, the inaugural Brodie Report.
Brodie Report.
Yeah, so word around town is that Brodie's been getting a little bit twitchy, a little bit anxious, a little bit, unnerved, a little bit unhinged, a little bit rattled, a little restless, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, Brodie's just got a bit of an addictive personality. You know, and ever since the Coke factory in Broken Hill shut down and stopped producing Coke, you know, Brodie just hasn't been able to get his fix, you know what I mean? And Pepsi wasn't doing for him. He went from fucking shop to shop. He started at Miani's Deli. He walked in, he raided the fridges. Oh, what the fuck? Why isn't there any Coke in here? And the old lady behind the counter was just like, oh, sorry, love, the old Coke factory's shut down. The local Coke factory's shut down. We're not getting Coke anymore, but there's Pepsi there if you like. Oh, I'm not fucking getting that. Moved along to the next shop. Called into the Caltex service station. Rattled through the fridges. He rattled through the freezers. He was looking underneath the cabinets. Oh, where's all the fucking Coke in here? Oh yeah, mate. Yeah, the old Coke factory shut down, didn't it? So we've only got we got Schweppes and we got a bit of Sprite there for you as well if you want. Oh, I'm not fucking taking any of that. Off he went. Brodie went searching high and low. He visited every service station in town. He went through all of the corner stores, the Red Robin Deli, the Mikado Cafe. He went down to Pepe's out in the south. And he went to Elamar. And he checked out all the supermarkets. No Coke. Only Pepsi. So he thought he'd try this Pepsi. Grabbed it. Cracked it open. Went for a big sniff and sucked it down. Oh, that's fucking awful, he said. Nah. If it's not Coke, then I ain't fucking doing it. You know what I mean? I ain't fucking doing it if it's not Coke. So what was a man to do? So Brodie was at a loss. His life was turned upside down when he couldn't find any Coke, right? And his mates started to notice that he's a bit down in the dumps. He wasn't being himself, right? And he needed to be cheered up. So he got a call from one of his mates. He answered the phone. Yeah.
Hey, Brodie, it's your mate.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Anyway, we just noticed that you've been down in the dumps a bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, fucking how'd you fucking notice that? You been fucking spying on me or something?
No, but we were just gonna see if you wanted to come out.
Oh. Well, where the fuck are we going?
I don't know, mate. I thought we might take you out to the nightclub, or maybe the train, or maybe a bit of a pub crawl.
Oh, well, no one fucking told me, did they? Like, what time you was leaving?
Oh, no one told you because we just thought about it now, Brodie, but I don't know, what if we leave in about half a?
Oh, well, I'm playing Mortal Kombat. I need to fucking take a shit, don't I?
Oh, well, okay, Brodie, that's no worries, mate. How about an hour then, mate?
Oh, an hour till what?
Oh, until we go out.
Oh, well, fucking an hour? How are we going to get there?
Okay, I guess, do you want me to come pick you up?
Well, I didn't fucking ask you that, did I?
You didn't ask, but I was just offering because it sounded like you wanted me to ask, and I don't mind because I'm not drinking tonight.
Oh, well, if you're not fucking drinking, I'm not coming out.
Okay, well, we don't need to go out. What if you just come around mine and we'll have a few drinks at home?
Oh, well, when?
Oh, fuck, Brodie, I don't know. I said an hour, mate. Do you want to come around in about an hour?
Oh, yeah, all right. Just let me take a shit and I'll fucking see what happens, eh? So, an hour later, Brodie booked himself a cab, taxi cab, yellow cab, jumped in the back and went over to his mate's place. They started drinking, have a few drinks, got them beverages or whatever, and so that's when his mate said to him, so Brodie, I noticed that you haven't had a drink of Coke in ages, have you? Oh, no, I'm fucking fiending for it, mate. I'm fucking fiending for it, eh? Well, mate, look, I was at the nightclub the other day and I found someone who's, he might have a few bottles, if you know what I mean. Brodie's eyes lit up. You're fucking joking, cunt. No, Brodie, I ain't joking, mate. Look, I got his number. Why don't we go see him right now? We'll see if we can grab some Coke. Brodie was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So they went out there. His mate sent him a text message. They went riding off into the sunset, meeting up at some nefarious location with some strange individual. And they spent about $300 on a few milliliters of Coke, if you know what I mean. So they took it back to his mate's house, poured it up, sucked it back. Oh, no. Brodie was immediately caught off guard. Nah, mate, no. Oh, no. That's been mixed with Pepsi or something, he says. So his mate gave it a bit of a whiff. Yeah, it's got a bit of that smell to it, doesn't he? Threw the glass back. Oh, mate, no, that's not cut with Pepsi, mate. That's fucking straight LA ice. Oh, well, I think that just about wraps it up. I think I would just like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Today's episode was brought to you by Spotify, the #1 place to get your music and podcast fix. Do you love Joe Rogan? Do you love to rip off every artist that you listen to? Then what you need to do is go to Spotify.com and you need to type in all of your credit card information, and then at the checkout, type in the Milo Podcast, number 16. to receive a discount off of your first 12-month subscription to Spotify. Endless music at your fingertips, from the shittiest songs in the world to the greatest pop smash hits. It's time for you to envelop yourself in a world of sound. And today's episode was also brought to you by Apple Music. Do you love to listen to music, and do you love apples? Now is your time to do both at once. Loving music and apples. Listen to the songs you like. Listen to your favorite bands. And podcasts are there too. As a matter of fact, you can get everything on Apple Music that you can, that you would find on Spotify, except there's exclusive stuff on Spotify. So take your pick, motherfucker. Go to apple.com and type in the Milo Podcast at the checkout to receive your discount on 6 months of Apple Music, motherfucker. Alrighty then. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. It's episode number... Wait, is it number 15 or 16? It's number 16 already, right? Yeah, episode number 16, baby. Fuck, man, we're off and running. We're on our way to 100 already. I ain't quitting until I get to 100. I know I've put that on record a couple times. I don't even believe it myself. Fuck, man. 100 weeks of this garbage? Can you believe that? That's like a life sentence in jail. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Remember to like this podcast on your whatever platform. Like it on Spotify. Follow it on Spotify. Like it on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your friends. Comment. Do everything you can to show me a little love. Thank you so much for listening to episode 16 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. And I will see you in the next episode.